guys the top tier, brand new Blackwing deck profile for the new banlist post Dark Wing Blast. Without further ado, let's unlock the full power of the top tier Blackwing deck. Let's begin. What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Sam from Team Zamarix when you're happy Tuesday. Guys, before we begin with the deck profiles, you guys saw earlier, I had a mini sexy intro for the limited edition Holo Series Ash from the Underworld playmat. Guys, the playmat is dropping on Friday, October 21st at 9 p.m. EST. Save the date. Ash from the Underworld playmat, Halloween edition. Once it's gone, it is gone forever. Look how beautiful it is. Come on, save the date. Anyways, today I'm coming to you guys with the Blackwing deck profile. This deck is absolutely top tier. You seen it now. You guys, you seen this guy right here. You see, I've been working on this deck list for quite some time, and the deck is absolutely heat. It's fire. No bricks in the deck. Obviously, it's an anime-based deck. We try to make it as competitive as possible. There are so many different ways to play the deck. Obviously, there's Panda Knights, there's Kali Yuga, there's Ranka Magic, there's Raid Raptors. So many different variations of Blackwings that you guys can tackle. But I feel like this variation has absolutely zero bricks, and it's probably the most consistent way on actually comboing off with 1 to 1.5 card combos. So if you guys are interested in seeing more in-depth combos, the scene has an in-depth library when it comes to Blackwings. Be sure to check out the link in the description box below. Without further ado, guys, the new support is amazing. Let's begin with the deck profile. All right, guys, some of the monsters real quick. We're gonna play, of course, the best Blackwing monster in the entire deck. Triple copy of Blackwing Simoon the Poison Wind. This card is absolutely insane. I don't need to further explain why Simoon is so good. The fact that it gives you access to Black Whirlwind directly from the deck is absolutely ridiculous. And he's one of the most important cards to help you start off your combo plays. Triple copies of Simoon the Poisonous Wind. Next off, for the brand new Blackwing monster, I'm going to play, of course, triple copies of Sudri the Phantom Glimmer. This card is absolutely phenomenal. If you guys do not know what Sudri does, so when this card is normal summon, you can add one card that mentions Blackwing Dragon from your deck to your hand, except for Blackwing Sudri the Phantom Glimmer. You can tribute one monster, special summon one Phantom Glimmer token, then you take 700 damage. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck until you activate its effect, except for synchro monsters. This card is one of the most important combo pieces in your entire deck, so triple copies of the Phantom Glimmer. Next off, of course, for the brand new Yata, the Emblem of Wandering. This card looks super badass. I love the way this artwork looks. Not only is the artwork amazing, but it has an amazing badass ability. So Blackwing Yata, the Emblem of Wandering. So what this card does is that it's level 2 Wing Beast Tuner effect monster. If you control a Blackwing monster other than Blackwing Yata, you can special summon this card from your hand. So it's a free level 2 tuner you can easily special summon. You can only special summon this card once per turn this way. During your main phase, you can send this card from the field to the graveyard, along one or more non-tuner Blackwing monsters from your deck, so that the total levels sent equal exactly 8. If you do special one Blackwing Dragon from your extra deck, also you cannot special monster from the extra deck for the rest of your turn, except for dark monsters. The fact that this card is extended and also gives you access to Blackwing Dragon directly from your deck is absolutely insane. And also, Sudri can search this card directly from your deck to your hand, right? Which is amazing. So, Vyata, Emblem Wandering, absolutely insane. Helps you get quick access alongside Sudri to Nothung, which is really, really good. Next, we're going to play, of course, triple copies of Borrow the Spear. It's a Keyzon for the deck. It special summons for absolutely free. This and Yata is also combo as well, which is really, really good. And it doesn't have a restriction like Chris. Chris can only be special using his effect once per turn, while Bora has no restriction at all. So I was playing 2 Boras and 2 Chris, but I feel like Bora and Chris are the exact same if you're using his cards as an extender. But Bora is obviously better because it doesn't have a restriction. So triple Borrow the Spear. Next off, for your one-ofs, one copy of Zephyros the Elite. One is all you need. You can also get access to this card directly from the deck using Wise Trick's effect. Of course, Crystal Crack of Dawn. Really, really good. The one Orochi, obviously. Next, of course, the one Chinook Snow Blast. So this card right here is Negate, which is really awesome. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard and target one face-up monster. If you want to control, send one Blackwing Synchro monster or one Blackwing Dragon from your extra deck to the graveyard. And if you do, until the end of this turn, the targeted monster loses 7 attack, also negate its effect. Really good. It's kind of like an effect veiler, and this becomes a quick effect if you control a dark synchro monster. So this card's amazing, searchable, which is absolutely insane. Next off, of course, the one Blackwing Shamal the Sandstorm. The card is really good as well. So you send this card from your hand to the field to the graveyard. Place one Black Feather Whirlwind from your deck face up in your spawn trap card zone. So it gets access to that directly, which is really good. And if a Blackwing Synchro monster or Blackwing Dragon is special to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card, then target one Blackwing monster from your grave and add it to your hand. So the recursion that this card provides is absolutely insane. So one copy of Shamal the Sandstorm. And for the last couple Blackwings that you're playing in the deck, you want to play one copy of Ulster the South Wind. Absolutely insane. And one Blackwing Harmattan the Dust, a really awesome extender you can play in the deck. This combos off really well with full Armor Master, really great, and also special summons banished level 4 Lord Blackwing monster, which is amazing. So that pretty much rounds off for our Blackwing monsters that are playing in the deck. I feel like this is a clean Blackwing lineup, no bricks. Huge shouts to Yassine. You guys know my boy Yassine, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been working on this deck non-stop. And we feel like this is just a clean Blackwing lineup in our personal opinion. So yeah, shall see a scene. Next off, guys, we're playing the best engine to ever come out. We're playing the Bystial engine. So we're playing triple copies of Bystial Magnamut. This card is insane. So 3 copies of Magnamut and of course 1 copy of Drunesworm, whatever you guys want to call this. So basically this is the best engine in the game because it is a DD Crow, especially in today's format where Tier Elements is running rampant, and also decks like Sprite with Elf targeting cards in the graveyard. Bystial Drunesworm is ridiculous. So what this card does is that you can target 1 light or dark monster. Both have the same first effect. Banish it if you do special this card from your hand. And both of these cards become a quick effect while your opponent controls a monster. So it's a DD Crow, like a built-in DD Crow for your entire deck, which is insane. It's a beat stick, level 6, 2500 attack, 2000 defense. They both have different secondary effects. So if this card is special summon, you can activate this effect. It becomes a Storm during the end phase. You basically add 1 dragon monster directly from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except for Bystial Magnamut. So you add Drunesworm directly from your deck to your hand. And this card says that if this card is sent from your field to the graveyard, you can target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls and send it to the graveyard. So basically, if you link away with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you basically get to target a special summon monster your opponent controls and send it to the graveyard, which is amazing. So it doesn't trigger off destruction effects, which is really, really great. So these cards are just really good level 6 access that you have in the deck for free, and it's also a DD Crow. At the same time, guys, there's a new rank 6 XCs that came out in this set as well, which is essentially like a totally awesome for this deck as well, especially since we're rank 6 turboing anyways. And to summon, of course, you know, No Thung. You basically have free level 6 on the board. Summon the Bystial monster. This means you basically get access to the free rank 6 XC's play for absolutely free, right? So these cards are just really, really good. I don't play the Phantom Knight engine. I feel like the Phantom Knight engine just requires so much more extra deck space, in my opinion. And also requires you to play more bricks in the deck with the rank of Magics and the Raider's Wing and stuff like that. So I want to make it as pure and clean as possible, and want to focus on the synchro summoning aspect for Blackwings. But if you guys want to play, you know, the Peak engine and stuff like that, because you can do so much more, you know, with the Peak engine, because 1 card becomes really, really broken. But, you know, like 1 card also sacrificing you playing more bricks in the deck, it's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's pretty much it for your Bystial engine. Next off for the spell is triple copies of Black Whirlwind. Do I really need to explain this card? This card is absolutely broken. Next, 1 Black Feather Whirlwind. What this card does, once per turn, if you special summon Dark Synchro monster from your extra deck, you can target 1 of your Blackwing monsters or Blackwing Dragon that is banished from your graveyard with attack less than a special summon monster and special summon it. So it's the opposite of Black Whirlwind. And once per turn, if a Dark monster you control will be destroyed battle card effect, you can remove 1 feather counter from your field instead. So building protection, and also it just survives a monster from the grave, which was really, really good. So opposite of Black Whirlwind, really, really insane. And the last Blackwing card you're playing in the deck is Blackwing Twin Shadow. This card is so good. So summon for 2 of your Blackwing monsters, 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner, that are banished, and or in your graveyard into the deck. Special 1 Blackwing Synchro monster or Blackwing Dragon from your extra deck, whose level equals to that total levels that you sent. Okay, and this is treated as synchro summon, so you're getting access to, of course, Silverwind the Ascendant. To pop 2 cards on the field like an Anchor's attack is absolutely insane. So Blackwing Twin Shadow is just really, really good. So Simoon and 1 Blackwing gives you a full board, and I'll showcase you guys that combo in a sec. So that's pretty much it. All the Blackwing cards. Next off for utility cards. I'm not playing Allure because I feel like Prosperity is just so much better. You want to guarantee combo, right? So if you see Simoon with any Blackwing, you win the duel. Any way to get access to Simoon, you win the duel, bro. Like, this card is so good. There are so many different variation of combo cards that you can have in your opening hand to combo off with this deck. But I feel like the easiest combo to showcase you guys is definitely Simoon or Sudri, and it's pretty much game. Right? So Prosperity is just a great, really good utility card. Next off, I play the Cosmic Cyclone and also like Call by the Grave. Reason why these here, just great utility against hand traps, and Mr. Mine is running rampant. So, you know, some people think you have game. Some people think they have game when they resolve mine. So you just draw into the out, and then you can also Prosperity into this too, right? And you can also Prosperity into this too, which is really good. So yeah, the 2 utility cards I'm playing in the deck. Next off for your like board breakers, I'm playing triple copies of Dark Rune No More. Really great card right here. Obviously, I opted to play this over hand traps. I feel like it's better just going second and just have this and just, you know, 1 hand trap against tier elements, right? Like 1 hand trap is not going to do anything, right? So Dark Ruler is insane. Triple copies of Impermanence. Sometimes hitting the kit or even just Rhino Heart can just, you know, pass. You know what I'm saying? So Impermanence is just really, really good. And last but not least, 1 Mystic Mine. Reason why it's in here, you can Prosperity into it. If you draw into it while going second, you just slap it on the field. Wait till you get all your cards. You know, stall until you get all your combo pieces, and then basically just go off, right? So this mine is just really good. And sometimes you actually just win games with this if your opponent doesn't expect this, right? But in today's metagame, everybody should have the out to Mystic Mine. But nonetheless, usually use as a stall tactic first, and then once you have all your combo pieces, you win the game. So that's pretty much it for your main deck. Next off for your extra deck, of course, the 1 Blackwing Assault Dragon. This card is insane. It's a Judge and Dragon and also burns, and you can easily summon itself either by synchro summoning it and banishing a synchro tuner from your grave. So Blackwing Assault Dragon is nice. Full Armor Master is also really good. These two work really well with each other, and obviously Ulster works well with Armor Master. The one Blackwing Dragon. Shouts to Milano, the true duelist. You know what I'm saying? He gave me this Blackwing Dragon, so thanks Milano, I'm keeping this. Appreciate you for real. Blackwing, Silverwind the Ascendant. This card's basically an Acre's attack, man. You don't understand. This card is so good. You summon it off, of course, Shadow. You summon, of course, off Twin Shadow, and you pretty much just break your opponent's board. No Thung, this card is broken. One of the most broken synchro monsters for Blackwings. Card's so good. And one Blackwing, Boros Storm, the Wicked Wind. This card isn't that great. Like, you guys can cut these cards if you guys want, but still having access to just like a free Blackwing Assault Dragon is just really great, right? And like, you guys don't have to play these two. Like, you guys can opt to play something else. I'll opt personal preference, but if you're playing this, you should also be playing Value, right? But playing Value is just a brick. Like, you don't need it in the deck. You guys can play Blackwings however you like. You guys don't have to play these cards, but it's pretty much it for your Blackwing engine. Last but not least, we're gonna play, of course, Draco Berserker. They have the Tenyi and one Hot Red. Really good Blackwing Dragon with a Roshi. You can just easily make this, which is really nice. Next off, for your links, of course, Wise Tricks, Zephyros Access, really good. IP Masquerena, Nightmare Unicorn, obviously, and one Access Code Talker. Honestly, guys, I should be playing Dark Charmer. I don't know. I feel like, you know, you guys can cut you guys can cut this. You know what I'm saying? For the Dark Charmer, if you guys would like. Opt to personal preference. You guys can cut Boros Storm and also the Blackwing Assault Dragon if you guys would like. Opt to personal preference, right? Whatever you guys want to play, but these are all the link monsters I'm playing the deck. Most importantly, it's just Wise Tricks. It's just so good. So pretty much it for the links. Now off to your XCs, you're gonna play, of course, the Force Tricks. You know, really good XCs. They get access to any level 4 of Darkwing Beast monster from your deck to your hand. An Evil Storm Nightmare, especially against Pendulums. Nightmare becomes absolutely insane. A huge shout out to your scene for unlocking the true powers of this card. One copy of Wallow, founder of the Drudge Dragons. If you guys do not know what this card does, it says that it requires 2+ level 6 monsters, and monsters you control gains 100 attack for each card in your opponent's graveyard. You can target one card in your opponent's grave and detach 1 or 2 materials from this card and activate the appropriate effects. So if you detach one, return it to the deck. So against tier elements, you activate the effect, detach this, return that monster to the deck. And if you detach 2, you can either special summon it face up or face down to your field. And if you can't special summon it, you can basically set it. So essentially, like, totally awesome. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can target your opponent's or trap cards and just set it yourself. I would just say it's also level 6. So getting access to the Thung and Bystial monster helps you make this. And it's like an easy interruption that you get access to, right? Which is absolutely insane. So that's pretty much it for the XCs. Let's go on with the most important combo that you guys need to know when it comes to playing this deck right here. Guys, this combo is the bread and butter combo for the entire deck. Like I mentioned earlier, guys, for this Blackwing deck, you can do so many things with just Simoon. You can play PKs, you can play Raid Raptor cards, you can play basically anything. The world is your oyster when it comes to Blackwings. But like I said earlier, you see, and I built this deck to be the most competitive way possible to give you 6+ interruptions without having bricks in your deck. And I feel like this is the best way to play the deck. But if you guys want to go ahead, throw in extra cards or play Kali Yuga or play Phantom Knights, please go ahead and do so. But this is how you see and I would play the deck. More combos in the link in the description box below. And guys, quick announcement, this Friday, October 21st, is the limited edition release for the Ash from the Underworld playmat Hollow Foil Series edition. Only 300 copies of these are going to be available. So guys, make sure you're there on the drop, 9 p.m. EST on October 21st, this Friday. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin. So Simoon, any Blackwing. So in this instance, I'm just going to use another copy of Simoon. When I use Simoon's effect, summon Simoon. Of course, you're going to set Black Rowan. Okay, absolutely insane. So set Black Rowan, trigger out Black Rowan's effect, obviously to add your Sudri, the Phantom Glimmer, directly from your deck to your hand. Now what you next is really simple. Normal summon your Sudri. We're going to activate, of course, Sudri Chainlink 1, and of course, Black Rowan Chainlink 2. Okay, these cards are going to search. Black Rowan is going to search Yada directly from your deck to your hand, and Sudri, the Phantom Glimmer, is going to add your Shamal, the Sandstorm, directly from your deck to your hand. Shamal is really great because you can send Shamal to the graveyard. Okay, discard Shamal to basically activate the Black Feather Whirlwind directly on your side of the field. And now what you do is that you are going to special summon your Vada, the Emblem of Wandering, okay, from your hand. Now you want to use, of course, Vada's effect to dump your Chinook, of course, and your Zephyros to the graveyard. This gives you a total level of level 8. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Send these cards to the graveyard. Okay, send this to the grave to synchro summon into your Blackwing Dragon. Absolutely insane. Now, what's going to happen next is that you're going to trigger off your Black Feather Whirlwind's effect. Once per turn, if you special summon a Dark Synchro monster from the extra deck, you can target one of your Blackwing monsters or Blackwing Dragon, banish from your graveyard with attack less than a special summon monster. So, you special summon basically anything that's lower than 20 unit attack. You're going to special summon, of course, back Vada from your graveyard. Now, what you do next is that you can use your Vada and, of course, your Sudri. Synchro these 2 cards to the graveyard. Absolutely amazing. You're going to synchro summon into your Nathung. Nathung is going to trigger off its effect. Nathung is going to be Chainlink 1 to burn, and then Chainlink 2, you're going to trigger off your Shamal, the Sandstorm effect. If a Blackwing Synchro monster or Blackwing Dragon is special summoned to your field while this card's in graveyard, you can banish this card from your grave. So you're going to banish yourself from your graveyard to add a Blackwing monster to your hand. So you're going to add, of course, your Sudri, the Phantom Glimmer, to your hand, which is really, really good. And Nathung is going to burn. So Chainlink 2, Chainlink 1, okay? So now you have this in your hand off Shamal's effect, which is really amazing. Now what you're going to do is that you're going to utilize your Blackwing Nathung's additional normal summon to normal summon Sudri, which is really, really good. And guys, remember, Black Whirlwind is not once per turn, and Sudri's Surge effect, it is not once per turn. So now you're going to go Chainlink 2 Black Whirlwind, Chainlink 1 Sudri. Black Whirlwind is going to get its effect to search your Orochi, the Squall directly from your deck to your hand. And of course, your Phantom Glimmer is going to be able to search your Blackwing Twin Shadow directly from your deck to your hand. Now your next is very, very simple. You are going to special summon your Orochi from your hand, okay? Really amazing. Using Orochi and also Blackwing Dragon, you're going to synchro these cards to the graveyard. Really beautiful. The synchro summon into your Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Amazing. So this card is your first negate that you're going to summon. Next, what you're going to do is that you're going to activate your Zephyros effect in the graveyard, okay? You haven't utilized Zephyros effect yet. You're going to bounce Black Whirlwind to your hand, okay? To special summon Blackwing Zephyros the Elite from your graveyard. Absolutely amazing, okay? Now what you do next is that you're going to use your Nathung and Samoon, the Poisonous Wind. You're going to overlay these 2 cards right here. You're going to seize these 2 to summon, of course, your Founder, the Drudge Dragon. Absolutely insane. And now what you do next is you're using Zephyros the Elite and also Sudri. You're going to seize these 2 cards right here to make your Evil Swarm Nightmare, okay? Which is absolutely phenomenal. This is off just 1.5 card combo, by the way. And this is your end board, and you have Black Twin Shadow in your hand, okay? Plus 3 other cards. You're going to set this. And how many interruptions is this? So it's 1 negate off Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, 1 interruption off Wallow, the founder of Drudge Dragon, okay? And of course, 2 interruptions off Evil Storm Nightmare. So this right here is 1, 2, 3, 4 interruptions already in monster form. And then you're going to activate, of course, your Blackwing Twin Shadow on your opponent's turn, okay? You're going to basically shuffle back your Samoon. If you open up with double Samoon, you can shuffle back the Samoon and, of course, your Vada directly into the deck to get you access into, of course, your Silverwind the Ascendant. Which is absolutely amazing. We still have access to Samoon because Wallow can detach a material and put Samoon in the graveyard, right? Which is also really, really good. So you're gonna activate your Blackwing Twin Shadow. You can shuffle these 2 cards back. Samoon is in your banish zone because we open up with it, and Yada and Vada is in your graveyard. But if you don't have access to Samoon banish, you can basically detach Samoon off Wallow, which is also really, really good as well. So guaranteed, we get access to Silverwind the Ascendant. Shuffle these 2 cards back into the deck. Obviously, the synchro summon into your Blackwing Silverwind the Ascendant. And this card right here is an Icarus attack. So right here, 4 interruptions plus 2 more interruptions because Silverwind pops 2 cards on the field, right? So this right here with your Blackwing board gives you access to literally 6 interruptions of 1.5 card combo, which is absolutely insane. So this combo is absolutely scary. You have Black Whirlwind in your hand, plus 3 other cards in your opening hand, which is really, really good. And on the following turn, you can do so many crazy things and just OTK your opponent with absolute ease, right? So yeah, man, this is literally a 1.5 card combo, the most consistent and clean way to play this deck, in my personal opinion. Remember, guys, this card right here, all monsters gains 100 attack for each card in your opponent's graveyard. So the more monsters your opponent has in graveyard, these cards are going to be harder to out because they'll just keep getting 100 attack for each card that's in your opponent's graveyard, right? Especially if you're playing the Bystial cards as well, you know, your monsters will just become really, really big because you try to be milling cards. You also have disruptions in Silverwind, negate with Hot Red, and this card right here stops to elements because you're able to shuffle back you know, their cards to the deck, so that way they don't get access to their fusions, right? Which is really, really good. So deck is actually really fun to play, really cool way to disrupt your opponent. 6 disruptions right here with 2 card combo, 1.5 card combo. And yeah, guys, there's so many different ways to play this deck. Yassine has an in-depth video talking to you guys about this version of Blackwings with Bisted. I feel like this is the perfect version, but there are so many different variations of Blackwings out there in the world, right? So guys, check it out. Let me know your thoughts about this deck profile in the comments section below. And yeah, I'm open to all your suggestions. Just leave it in the comments section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And it's your boy Sam from Team Star Sam signing out. All right, guys. Peace.